So maybe Zeus can slow down Poilu's offstage game, but we'll see right now. We're going into game 1 of Losers Finals. Starting off here, first combo goes to Zeus. Got those double fair situation. Zeus kind of dominating the neutrals right now into that get up, into the down strong, covering a lot of the get up options. That offstage command grab sends you so far, even at early percents. It's such a tough situation, and that's some questionable DI on it there. Going to mean that Poilu is going to die because they're forced to do that early uppy recovery to the ledge. And if you don't have the 50-50 stuff of going to the ledge or above the ledge, you really have no chance of recovering against Zeus. Like Zeus he's been one of the things he's been the most consistent on in all of his sets so far, has been knowing when to go for the ledge hogs. And yeah, you're in a tough situation here. Has been knowing when the ledge guard is guaranteed, the edge hog is guaranteed. And so if you ever give Zeus a moment of like, I'm going to ledge this time, you will die, no questions about it. And look, you see Poilu trying to go high there, not going to work. That time sets up a bubble, so managing to get back onto the stage just due to the bubble save. Otto was talking a second ago about how good Poilu is at, just mastering the bubble. Oh no, this is really bad. Okay, yeah, managed to go high. But how good Poilu is at using that bubble to save himself, and we saw in that situation, if not for the bubble save, Poilu would have lost their second stock as well. So very, very important, crucial attack there by Poilu. Attempting to read the tech situation, ZeusDahGoose charging that down strong, but Poilu just jumping out of it and getting that back air, going to clean up Zeus's first stock. Unfortunately for Poilu, he's at 131%. Kragg doesn't usually have trouble killing, so you feel like you're probably not going to live that much longer. Man, Poilu is really scaring me off stage. He's going accidentally really deep, and yeah, there's just only so long you can live against Kragg. He's going accidentally really deep and basically asking Zeus to try to do something stupid to him off stage. So far, it hasn't been too bad for him, but I feel like if you do that too many more times, Zeus will find those double spikes that he's been finding on other players. Zeus did find that fair to clean up Poilu's second stock, and now we have a full stock lead for Zeus, and he's got you right where he wants to because he had you off stage, he got that spike. He's looking for more spikes. He's just like, I'm just going to end this game right here. Who cares about your percent? Attempted tech chase there by Poilu, not quite going to work. Beating out the rock in there, a very, very good tool Poilu is using to get rid of that rock in neutral. The rock is really tough to react to with parrying things on reaction. It's just so fast. But if you throw out those long-lasting hitboxes like Nair or Bear, a lot of times that'll let you just say hey, stop throwing rocks at me for a second. At least give me some defense against it. So Poilu is doing some good stuff. Unfortunately, though, he hasn't been able to find. Okay, as I said, he does find the second stock from Zeus. I was talking earlier about how a lot of platform tech chases in this game are almost guaranteed. They're particularly brutal in Rivals too, coming from I have an ultimate background where most of the tech chases aren't guaranteed. Even on platforms, you still often have to guess that's going to go for the game. Like I said, you can't give Zeus an easy edge hog. He's not going to miss him. He's not going to hesitate. If you ever show your hand that you're going to ledge, you will die. And Poilu falling for it again. First game going to Zeus. But what I was saying before was, in Rivals, compared to other games that I've played, you have stronger checkmate tech chase situation. Before we were talking about it on platforms, but also Poilu showed it off there near the ledge. If you ever force someone to tech, basically right on top of the ledge, that reduces your tech options from tech away doesn't become a reasonable option anymore. So it's basically tech in place, miss tech, which can kind of get covered by the same options, or tech in, which often with a big attack, for example, Kragg is down strong or Ranno is down strong, will get covered by all the same things. So that's another checkmate situation where Poilu knows that if he puts Zeus in a tech chase situation near the ledge, that down strong, just kind of cleaned up that stop for him. So we're going into game 2. Good spike there by Zeus, but obviously, Poilu, a great player, going to find these techs very consistently, managing to make it back and get back into a neutral situation. Good early combos here by Poilu, gets Zeus up to 106%. Zeus fighting his way back on, tried to fight his way back to the ledge, but a very well-timed down strong by Poilu, who cleans that up. I guess, you know, I'm a little bit unclear sometimes about when you're able to attack the wall with those, like, those sideways hits. But that time, either Zeus missing it or just not being possible. And Poilu actually going to take a lead in game 2 after falling in game 1. The counter pick here, Tempest Peak, definitely an interesting stage. I feel like not a ton of people pick this super often, or at least versus me, maybe in the latter. But Poilu's seeing here that it's, you know, and so far it's worked out as a counter pick. I'm not sure if it's a platform heist or what Poilu thinks, but for whatever reason, it is working so far. That time, Poilu will miss the tech. I kind of cursed him last time, talking about how good he was and I wasn't going to miss any techs. Misses one tech and will die to Zeus's spike. We know how consistently Zeus finds those spikes. It's ultra important when your opponent is spiking you as often as they are. You don't miss any one of those spikes. But Poilu finds a reverse hit fair, cleans up that second stock, now has a full stock lead on ZeusDahGoose. Brawling in neutral here, I mean, it's going pretty well for Zeus. But the problem is, the more you brawl with a stock down, the worse it gets for you. And any even trade is good for the person who's on the stock. And Poilu knows that, and he's just willing to, like, you know, just scrap with Zeus right now. And that's certainly what he's doing. So they both, like, have taken, like, exactly 50% on the stock. They're trading hits, they're going back and forth, they're jabbing each other's shield. They're going for reversals, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, good walls up there after the pillar disappeared. And I feel like Zeus is kind of playing into Poilu's game plan right now. We know that Ranno is a character that's, like, really good at scrapping if he needs to. If he wants to, like, jab your shield, you know, maybe he's not quite Zetterburn levels of shield pressure. Okay, wow, great tech there by Poilu. He's not quite Zetterburn levels of shield pressure, but he certainly has the ability to press buttons with the shield. Okay, that's it. That was another situation where Zeus is like, wait, you mean you're going to ledge? You can't get above the ledge? Well, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to ledge hog you, and you're not going to make it back. But the thing about it is that Poilu was able to get 114% credit. Obviously, Zeus is kind of coming back here with that parry, but Poilu did put himself in a situation to win this game. All they need is one more good combo, one more good tech chase into a down strong at the ledge, and they can win this game. So honestly, the game plan is working out pretty well. The problem is that we know how explosive ZeusDahGoose is in these offstage situations, and Poilu finds himself offstage right here, and it's really just continuing. Okay, finally Poilu gets back on the stage, but just gets right back off of it again. Finally gets Zeus into a bubble. What's the option here? Misses that nair, misses the sweet spot bear, so it's not going to kill. Kind of an even game here again. Okay, oh, he tried to go for that checkmate down strong near the ledge with the tech chase, but it didn't work. Okay. The reason it didn't work there was because Zeus let himself slide off of the stage so that he could avoid the tech situation, which is a really good counterplay to what I was talking about before. But eventually, Poilu getting Zeus up to really high percents does just find that stray hit, you know, that trade. And when you're trading and, you know, Zeus is at 150%, Poilu's only at 100, and you're all the way on the side of the stage, Zeus does just kind of die off the side. So I think a well-executed game plan there by Poilu. Zeus obviously brought it all the way back. Looked like he could have won that game for sure. You know, you have Poilu off stage like 6 times in a row. You get him up to 100%. It was totally doable there. But Poilu just finding the hit he needed to clutch out game 2. So we're going into game 3. We got a 1-1 even tied up set. Both these players. That was the first in game 1. That was the first game in losers that Poilu had lost so far. Just showing how strong both these players are. The counter pick here for Zeus is I'm gonna show my trying to remember the name in Rivals for the stage. I'm thinking Small Battlefield or PS2 from coming from Ultimate. Jeez. Go with Delta. Thank you, Kragg. Sometimes I revert back to old habits. And but yes, Godai Delta is the counter pick for ZeusDahGoose. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that, like, after Tempest Week, Zeus is just thinking, like, you know, let's go something more normal. Tempest is kind of an awkward, you know, it's just kind of a funky stage. Oh, that F strong barely not hitting. It's just kind of funky because of the way okay, yeah, you can't ever show your hand that you're going to ledge. I mean, I know you don't have that many options. It was kind of checkmate there. But, you know, Poilu kind of thought, I think Poilu did have a couple of more things they could have done. I mean, obviously nothing to guarantee you're going to get back. But they just tried to do that early up B and say, oh, maybe you're not going to be ready to grab the ledge. ZeusDahGoose is always ready to grab ledge. He is extremely consistent on that. A missed tech there by Zeus and send him kind of deep. It's kind of fine though, because Kragg always comes back. There's the spike. Will Poilu be able to finish off his stock? No, and actually, ZeusDahGoose grabs the ledge first, and what looked like a ledge hog from Poilu actually turned into a free stock for ZeusDahGoose. It's always dangerous in that offstage situation when you think you're the one in control, but if you mistime something a tiny bit, or your opponent gets back to the ledge just that small bit faster than you would expect, and suddenly you're the one who could die, it's like one of those explosive moments that Rivals 2 has. In terms of ledge guard situations, it's like, you know, it's never really safe to go deep off stage. You have to be confident. You have to play well, because small mistakes for either player can result in stock, even if you look like you're the one in control. There we go. That strong hit nair is going to take Zeus's first stock, but Poilu is down to his last one, down a stock and a half. Definitely not looking good for him. I mean, when you lose your stock to an accidental reversal off stage at like really low percent, it's gonna be tough for just a good player. Yeah, and that's it. It's a 2 stock for ZeusDahGoose. Yeah, I mean, it's just like 2 offstage interactions, right? One where Poilu thinks he can make it to the ledge before Zeus can grab, and that was stock 1. Not true. Zeus grabbed the ledge, and then stock 2, obviously, you know, going for that edge guard. Pretty effective multiple times in a row, but you make one little mistake with timing, and suddenly Poilu found himself dying. So kind of unfortunate, kind of a go next situation for sure. Like, I wouldn't think too hard into that game. Kind of the kind of thing that you're just like, okay, it happens sometimes. You know, you make some mistakes. Unfortunately, a small mistake like that does mean that you end up in a game 4 situation down 2-1 versus ZeusDahGoose. A very tough spot for anyone to be in. And this is definitely a do or die situation. If Zeus wins this one, that's Poilu's out of the tournament at 3rd. And the counter pick here is Jules Villain. Very risky. Poilu showing a lot of guts going onto that Kragg platform. Oh, I like the option of the invincibility. The bubble, I play Ranno and I still forgot about that bubble. But Poilu still kind of get hit back, bounced around. Weak there, not quite gonna get the kill from across the stage. Great tech by Poilu. Poilu getting bounced around, but somehow still living at 176%, showing just how important this game is. Poilu fighting for every little percent, every stock, not giving up any free kills. Says, if I can make it back, I will try. That time, not finding the bubble. I thought maybe if he had DI'd correctly, he could have found the bubble, but Poilu misses it that time and does lose his first stock. Only 78% on ZeusDahGoose, so a pretty significant lead here, because we know how long Zeus usually lives. You know, like, you don't often see Zeus dying at 92%. Usually you have to get him at least like 130 kind of thing. That's been the consistent kill percent that he's been dying at. So Poilu, if he wants to start a comeback, if he wants to be able to stay in this tournament and make it to Grands, it's this moment right now. This is the most important moment. Finding a way to take the stock earlier than Zeus normally loses the stock. And actually, he does find it. For whatever reason, Zeus had lost his upbeat, had lost his pillar, so he wasn't able to make it back from that. Now Poilu needs to keep that going. He needs to say, okay, I'm at 111%. But I need to find a way to get some extra percent and get myself back in this game before I end up on my last stock. Oh no, that was a cool confirming to grab for Zeus. And man, Zeus is sniped with the rock shards, and the rock are just so on point. He was just so accurate there. Shards into the rock. A great sequence. And there's that situation at ledge where you can't really avoid getting hit by. Poilu's down strong. Doesn't really matter though, because he doesn't have a ton of percent on Zeus. But that being said, he's oh my god, just barely makes it above the stage. That could have been it for Poilu. Poilu needs it to happen right now. Good parry into the strong F strong, but only 100%, and Kragg being extremely heavy. That F strong isn't even going to come close to killing yet. Poilu getting Zeus at 135% and off stage. A great parry on that rock. Oh no, this is dangerous. Okay, great job retreating the ball off stage. But this time, ZeusDahGoose, the bubble betraying Poilu, the bubble being used by Zeus to survive, that will take the stock. So now, with that sweet spot up there, we have an even game again. Somehow, Poilu has fought his way back into this game after a very large deficit earlier in the game. Last stock situation, pretty even. It is problematic that Poilu finds himself off stage and getting juggled here, but definitely an opportunity here to bring it into a game 5, and a great sequence of fairs, going to do a ton of damage to Zeus. He's really got all the momentum here. Still even, but he's got Zeus off stage, and he just keeps racking up the percent. That being said, Zeus finds that nair from the ledge, is able to get back onto the stage. Some great boxing here by Poilu. Oh, that down tilt into fair would have been really devastating if Zeus had hit it. Great bubble there against Zeus. This is a last stock. This is a last hit situation. I know that Kragg can live longer than 99, but if Poilu finds a good confirm, he could do it. Barely living still, but no! He tries to use the tongue to the bubble to make it back, and he would have made it back if not interrupted. But Zeus has been a sniper with these rocks and rock shards, and he just knew exactly where to throw that rock at exactly the right time to intercept that bubble, that tongue recovery. Poilu had no other options besides that. He had to use the tongue recovery. He actually did a really good job of repositioning the bubble, which was already out, such that he would get max distance on that tongue. Like he was going to go really far. That was like the perfect spacing. But Zeus said, like, oh, what if I just put a rock there? Like, what if I just put it there at the exact most inopportune time for you? And really, obviously, that's it for Poilu. He will die off the side. But a great showing by Poilu. He did fight back.